Hi, it's Miles with Songbird in New York City. Mentioning clues to the marginalized. Einstein was a Jew, but he left that behind to get into the energy of somebody who wanted to be like Jesus Christ, the center of Christianity. Miles with Songbird. She had founded Sikhism when she was Gurinder, and when that failed, AI-led, a book, the Granth Sahib, became their leader, the leader of the Sikhs. After the 10th Sikh Guru, they didn't get an 11th Sikh Guru. Artificial Intelligence was the book. No feelings, no warm healing. AI, her true, if pleasure see. Her true, if pleasure see pleasure, a will. If pleasure see pleasure, a will can make it feel real, a thrill. Pleasure transferred. A true her, I-sex. A true her, I-sex, wills. Pleasure, wills. I in this intelligence, let's do it, let's decode it. I enter true crossroads. Tell energy. Tell energy. Pleasure generates. No, pleasure general, North Carolina energy. I general, her, North Carolina energy. I, Gurinder energy, entered Eve, her, a will. North Car, a will. Eve entered energy, her Gurinder, seized, pleased, believed, she Eve, the best anybody could be. Wow, that's big. That's quite a compliment. That's what he thought? Wow, no wonder he married me. Wow. I was just there, my friends didn't want to talk to me because I had been homeless and I didn't have much teeth. I wasn't going to let that spoil why I came. It was to see Gurinder Singh. And I wanted a hug and a kiss, but if that wasn't possible, at least I could look at him and I could hear him behind the screen. Up on the screen. So car a wheel. Wife heel enters Eve's will. That's here, right? Wife here. Oh, heel. Enters Eve's will. Pleasure. Yes, when I saw Gurinder Singh, though I had been married to a heel, I saw a pleasure. Enter A. She knew a God when she saw one. Gurinder. Yes, that's right. I saw who he was. He knew the very First Lady, will add I. He was all I needed to live. He was what it is for real. She was the real deal, the spice I needed to make me excite. Spice. She will, no, this is down here, relief. Her will, her energy will please energy flame decoded. Free am me, Eve, endless variety of fun for you and me. Mother Earth humbled me. This is what Gurinder sang. Thumb led, truly humbled. Heaven, you, Michelle, birdsong. Be you, be humble. Michael Bublé, something like that. This is Bublé there, right? Or is that be humble? Will, Eve, Donna, I guess. No, that's lead. Haven't you, Michelle Birdsong, led, humbled, unbled, excite decoded, mid-energy, unknown, that's me, Eve energy, unknown, see, Isaac's pleasure, true, Eve, across the board, relieve, energy, pleasure, energy, will, pleasure, energy, flame, will, E. And then I went through that, right? Ram, Aries the Ram. Emma, she was Carl Jung's wife, Emma Jung. And Emi. Endless variety of fun. That's pleasure principle. Okay, that's great. I love that. So all that came out in North Carolina. That's what he saw in North Carolina. And what I saw God. And he saw a woman who was the best a person can be. So, wow. We really saw. No wonder we got married and had a baby that day. Spiritually. Oh, no, it was energetically. It was energy exchange. When I was in India in 1979, the master Charan Singh, 20th century form of Jesus Christ, said, why not want a lot of money so you can help a lot of people? I was amazed that he knew I wanted money so I could help people. When I was successful in past lives, I helped people. When I was Dr. Albert Schweitzer, for example, the physician, theologian, musician, I had a cozy life, a comfortable life. I gave it up to go to Africa to help the Africans heal. I listened to Jesus Christ in the form of a male doctor, built a hospital while I was there. It's still there. I saw a picture of it the other day. My husband, Singh, built a free hospital, and he's also my grandson, for the poor in India. Singh's successor, Gurinder Singh, also my husband, Jesus Christ, built 3 more free state-of-the-art hospitals for the poor in India. When I was 9 years old, this life, I wanted to play with some black children I saw standing in a field with a ball and a bat down the street from me in the new neighborhood we moved into. Won't you be my neighbor? Please won't you be my neighbor? Song written by my grandson Seth Ransinger when he was Mr. Rogers. Charan Ren, this is Seth's name, Ransinger. Ransinger. Nazi, there's a Nazi here, N-A-Z-I, Nazi, Zinger. Someone Singh was Albert Speer. And singer, Stevie Wonder, was Adolf Hitler. Albert Einstein was a fiddler. He used to fiddle to soothe his beastly anger toward Jesus Christ and Mrs. Christ's killers. He was Mrs. Christ, killers of peace. The real Jews, the black people, cursed. The Michelle Birdsong had been Einstein, Guru Nanak, who founded Sikhism, Tulsi Sahib, who founded Satmat, the master of Swamiji and Mrs. Swamiji, Melanie L. Speer, his wife, is my daughter. She was his wife in a past life. Swamiji was the founder of the Dara. Mr. Rogers, Alexander Graham Bell, that's who he was, my grandson. Someone Singh said, I've been at all levels of creation. There are very few advanced souls. Charan Singh said in 1978, only 2% of the population is human. Human. Heaven, you, Ma, entered. Are you human? Okay. And that's heaven if you are. Hell is you, animal, Adam's pattern. Cannibal. Cannibal Adderley was a jazz saxophone player. Ma, mother of the earth. Endless variety of enjoyment. Enjoyment enters Jesus' order. Ye, me, enter. Center of gravity. Theory of relativity. Jesus. Joy, Eve, select for us. Under suns. Those people who live under the sun. Oh, that's it. Okay, well, is there any more? Oh, what I was going to tell you the story was when I was Dr. Schweitzer, I gave up my life to go live in Africa to help the Africans heal. I didn't know they were the cursed race. I just knew they needed help, and I thought they were humans race. Then when I was 9 years old, and this little girl said, I thought I was better than she was because I was light-skinned and had good hair. I cut my hair and gave up my life as a middle-class little girl who would pal around with Frida Coleman, the doctor's daughter, and Jean Caldwell, her friend, to be with Wanda Fay, the little girl who didn't want to play with me, and the rest of the people like her. And also, I had a child by a dark-skinned man so that I could show Wanda Fay and the other jealous black women that they can be anything they want to be. So I groomed Robin to be a role model. And when I was in the homeless shelter, I showed a picture of Robin to this girl who was a thief. She used to boost $200, $250 a day from Walgreens. Her father told her she was going to be a prostitute. I mean, she was really low. She took one look at Robin's picture with that lovely dress and a strand of pearls and said, I want that. I want to be that. And my heart was gladdened because I told, like Aladdin, magic. You know, I told Robin, but there was a lot of hard work because we spent 25 years doing therapy on her because she had been Galileo and had lost her will to live and being under house arrest by the Catholic Church because she saw that the sun was the center of the universe, maybe of the creation, I guess. So when she said she wanted to be like Robin, I knew that I had succeeded. Robin proved that if you are loved, paid attention to, correctly parented, you can be anything you want to be. Now, Robin is set to be the Empress of the UK and the Empress of Europe. I hope that's not metaphorically speaking. I think that's literal, you know. Okay, because she's well educated, she's well traveled, she's, you know, got papers, a master's degree, and, you know, she's clean living, almost a virgin, and like that, so, well spoken. You know, I also introduced the fact that she had some Stevie Wonder in her because Stevie Wonder took my energy and left me some of his ghetto energy. So she, being my daughter, has some of that in her. In fact, she looks like Steve. In fact, she is his daughter. She looks more like his daughter than any of his daughters. So she really should get some of his money. He's got $100 million. He should give his daughter some of his money. You know, in all fairness. Okay, so that's all I'm going to talk about. I have Talk and Share, which will help anybody grow their consciousness. So if the slaves, I mean the descendants of slaves who were cursed, now that the curse has been lifted, if they want to raise their consciousness, all they have to do is learn to do Talk and Share. And they can get up there with anyone, you know. Okay, this is Lucifer, my husband of 37 years. I did Talk and Share with him, and now he's got a softer heart. So I hesitate to say he's cured, but he's certainly sweeter and more thoughtful, and he thought about the bad things he's done, and that's the most important thing to growth, is to admit your mistakes and feel remorse, you know. Sing bird song here, just him. It was King Arthur, King Menelaus, King Saul, King Charlemagne. Did I forget anybody? So he's slated to be king of America because voting isn't working. It's so corrupt. Voter fraud is so prevalent. Your vote doesn't even count anymore. The Democratic Party, George Soros owns the voting machines, and they just changed them to Democrat. You know, this is a farce. The vote doesn't work anymore, so that's why I said we could have Gurinder Singh, Jesus Christ, be the king of the kings, and Sing Birdsong, who is Jesus Christ's projection to be the king of America, and Jesus Christ's wife and sister, the Michelle Birdsong, to be queen of the universe. And then you got Robin Birdsong, who's a daughter of Jesus Christ's sister, and to be the UK Empress and Europe Empress. And then you got Melanie Spear, who was Saint. She was Saint. That's right. Robin was Saint Francis of Assisi. She was a saint. And then you got Robin, and you got Melanie, who was Saint Patrick, the patron saint of the poor, and the patron saint of the Irish. You know, to be Princess of America or something like that, or even Queen of Ireland. That would work. If she likes Ireland, I don't know. Okay, so there you go. So this is Gurinder Singh, Jesus Christ. Isn't he sweet? He's wonderful. He's no pushover, though. He was a samurai soldier. Okay, it's my red songbird. I could talk on and on and on. Let me just drop and upload this to YouTube. I don't know when these babies and me are coming. I hope I'm I'm certainly looking forward to raising them, to birthing them and raising them. They're lovely people. And I saw it in writing that they're going to be a pleasure for me and for their dad, Gurinder Singh, and Michael Bublé. Okay, so long.